Hello guys, welcome back to the crew Waltron. A Pluribus Unum. Out of many, one. That is the name of the new qualifier. Some sort of American motto or whatever it is. It means that in most of the events we can only use American cars. Let's start with first look in scores. That's what we are going to do, in case I haven't mentioned that. Escape test. I used the KTM bike here. The damn thing is full of rocks, full of trees, so maybe a monster truck works as well, but this is first look in scores. I used the KTM bike. Same player, shoot again. If you hit a few of those rocks, the red circle thing will probably catch up with you. You sort of have to find the route here, jump over these rocks. I think I hit one more tree as well. There you go. Other than that, somehow I managed to get through the trees. $4,600, which is good enough for 12th place in the overall leaderboard at the moment. 5,800, I already see people there, so definitely need to go back there if I want to improve. That's for the escape. Then we come to precision and slalom. Both I have done with the new bike, the Kawasaki Z1000. It can be done with a drag car, but with my keyboard it's pretty tricky. This just goes a bit too fast for me to keep the drag car sorta in the middle of the road. That's the idea here. So I took the bike out. We have done this same test a couple of qualifiers ago. I've done it with the Diavel, scoring I think 15,000 or something. But this new bike has better handling. So I'm pretty sure if you can catch a bit more speed towards the start, you can score more than what I'm doing here now. People with a wheel, they probably can handle the drag car, so they will score, I don't know, 18, 19, 20,000. 14,700, which is good enough for third in the event here. At this moment, it's early stages as always with the first look in scores. Slalom, the same story. You can use a drag car here, I tried it, but the problem is you heat up the tires pretty much every time, for the simple reason we are dealing, we're in New York somewhere I think, we are dealing with that border on the left side here in the middle of the road, and you have to cross that each time from one gate to another, and you heat up the tires if you use a drag car. I brought down the throttle linearity and the speed linearity and speed factor sensitivity as well, but didn't help much. Usually my best run I kinda got it going till the end, and then I heated up the tires anyway, which makes you lose the car completely because then the drag car spins out. That's the reason why I'm using the bike here again. And I have a ghost there using a drag car, and I can pretty much keep up with the bike. So Not so sure that drag car is the best way to go here. 6,800 points. It's good enough for 8 at this moment. I see 8,200 there though. That is a score with drag car for sure. But it's only one gate more, so it's a matter of speed. And but I couldn't, as you can see, it was starting to rain, so I couldn't try anymore. Quickly do a drag trial. Also here only American cars, so the roughs are not an option. So we just used a couple of Vipers here. Completely missed the start in the first run. And it's raining all over the place. I believe we are in Miami somewhere. The summit qualifier itself is in the Midwest, but all the events are all over the place. Also the drift trial is also in the South. Seems to be a new thing. Noted this already a couple of qualifiers ago. They're kinda random on the map. Bit of ghosting here, which is more like it. That always results in a faster time. If you're in a crew, the Mustang is normally a good car, but this track is probably too short to get really advantage from the high speed from the Mustang. So my guess is the Viper will be the way to go here, seeing that it is the fastest of the Americans acceleration wise. .233 being the fastest here. We only did three runs, as we usually do. Don't bother too much about the drag as long as the clutch buck is there, because you have no chance at being in a top 8 or whatever. 4th at the moment, but early stages, I'm pretty sure people show up here with 9 and 10 seconds again. As I said, clutch buck, which they are going to remove with the release of calling all units, they said. Kinda strange that they finally can fix it after 2 years. Drift trial. Also here only Americans, so also here I went for the Viper. I'm on wheel settings here. You can see the settings in the video I posted from the summit last time. I show the settings there before I do the drift trial. It's exactly the same. It's always the same. I never used the clutch buck. I also didn't do the glitch with the bike on the hill climb in the last summit, but I still managed to finish in 7th overall. And at least the top 4 also did the hill climb glitch, so not a bad score after all. In the new summit, according to the intro screen when you log on, we are playing for the Ferrari F12 Berlinetta, which is a car that comes with the Calling All Units release. They're also gonna bring a few new cars, and that's one of them. Not so sure if it's correct though. We're still dealing with the summer updates. We still need to have a circuit spec for the Ducati Monster, which they said they were gonna bring, and we still need to get the Ducati Panigale bike, which was, or at least that most of us thought, was gonna be the summit reward for November and December. But now they suddenly come up with the Ferrari F12. Unless it is a typo and that they will change it later in the week or something. 361,000 I managed to do here in the drift. And at the time I think it was good enough for first. Yep, first place. First in the drift. Anything else? We are first. Yeah. There are also two speed traps apparently. There is a normal one where you have to use. Let me check here. Is it circuit or performance? This is circuit. The normal one is circuit, and the crew speed trap is has to be done with the performance spec. The normal speed trap is in what is it? Groom, I think. It's a known track. Done it several times already. This time only American cars, so the fastest you can get is the Slalom. Also here we done only like one run or something. I think that the averages at the end can be 360, 370, something like that. Not sure what I score here, but the first checkpoint you can score over 400, that's for sure. Probably also on the second one. Second one going by this route, of course. The next one is a bit tricky. Sharp left, and then you have to get it together. Not so sure I'll get some dropped here. I think they were too far away. But nevertheless, that is the tricky one there. Number 4 and number 3 are the tricky ones. 1 and 2 you can score. At the 1 you can score over 400 for sure. Number 2 maybe you can score close to 400 as well. And now we're going back for number 5, and there you can score the highest. 400 plus, certainly. Get it together with a full crew, you might get the maximum speed here. Up 460 kilometers an hour for this car. 434 I managed to get here. And then we have the last one, also here, pretty tricky. Sharp corner, and then yeah, short distance to number 3. 255. Maybe 270 you can get here. $357.5 I managed to do. But I'm pretty sure that by Thursday, when this qualifier stops, some people will be here with scores over 360. First place. We did 2 more runs. Paraglider scoring 356 and Sayun 353, so we have the top 3 in the normal Speedtrap. Crew Speedtrap. Also here you would say Americans go for the Saline again, but it is in Salt Lake City. We did one run with the Saline and we came up with a score of 350 or something, and I remember that we have done this already a couple of times, this Speedtrap. It's the same track again, and I remembered we were doing 380 with cars that we could use or bikes. So eventually we switched to the Indian Scout. Here I get a bit too close, so I'm not getting the 413. We did a run here before where I could score 427 or something, but I managed to hit a 3 on the last checkpoint, so we had to go again. .386 here, sort of what you can get there, I guess. 390. The next one is also a big one. Not sure what I score here, but you can get over 400 here as well. But this time I'm a bit too far away, I think. 398 I scored. But it is a bit tricky here to handle all the, especially the cars. Bike is kinda okay. On the icy roads of Salt Lake City here. .350. Of course you're gonna fly off the track, so you on this one and on the first and the third checkpoint you also have to use back on track, otherwise you lose too much time. And then the last one, which is a bit tricky because there's a tree there on the footpath and I managed to hit it on my first run. Nevertheless, get a 380 plus here. If everything goes right, you might get close to 390 or maybe even over it, but doesn't matter that much. You only need a medal in these qualifiers to get a pass for the summit. 3 medals during the month, and I haven't checked yet how many qualifiers there are, but first place here in the Crew Speedtrap as well. First in the Crew Speedtrap, first in the Speedtrap, first in the Drift Trial. Time Attack is also a known track, or at least a part of it, but we go in reverse this time. The car, on the other hand, that's a bit of a problem. It's a brand Time Attack, and you get the Cadillac Escalade. Once again, they managed to give us a Season Pass car, if I'm not mistaken. You probably can go right here as well. I'm not 100% sure. I think you can go right here through the woods instead of going around this corner. Although you have to come from the rocks. Not 100% sure though. As always with a dirt attack, It's a matter of finding the shortcuts. So only one time attack, and it's with a crap car, so in general I will not spend too much time in this qualifier, I think. 2 speed traps, which you have to do in a crew to get the best out of it. And only one time attack with this crappy car that's not going anywhere. That was already 2 lucky jumps there, and here I am sort of 2-wheel action. Hardly any power uphill. And then I managed to get stuck here on the trees as well. .213 something, and even at that time I believe the fastest time already was 2:05. Still winning parts for this car. That usually suggests third time after all. The fact that I'm winning parts, that means that I hardly ever use this car. Just put it at $12.99 in the tuners by buying the parts, as I did with many of my cars. Which leaves us with the Munster Arena. Also here only the Americans you can use, so no Skyline, no 370Z and so on. So I took the Dodge Challenger, and the problem here is that it's raining, and it has been raining, and there is quite some water on the arena, and that makes it a bit tricky. Makes it harder to steer on the platforms, and also speed-wise not getting that much speed out of it. Didn't see much wrong with that, but nevertheless only got a good landing. Also here sliding in the loop makes me decide to only do a backflip here instead of a double misty, what I normally do. Not all combos goes right, but the main ones, those through those 4-500s each time, I think I get those every time though. No, got 5,000 points each time, so here, yeah, that's what I mean. Out of nowhere you suddenly slide and things like that happen. which of course is gonna make you lose time, which you're going to need at the end. Also this one, only good landing for some reason. And here I'm out of time, and normally you can score 2 of these 500, this one and the other one on top here as well, if you have enough time. Scoring 75, 76, something like that. 70,000 for a first score is good enough for second place at this moment, so in the leaderboard for the Monster Arena. And also overall, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. 1, 2, 3 for our team. Yep. Sayunin first because he is using the drag card in the slalom and the precision skill test. So he scores way better there, and he also apparently scored better in the escape. 17 there. And also on the drift, meanwhile on second I saw. So that was it. First look and score for the new qualifier with the Latin name thing. I will see you guys in the next one, and bye for now.